Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're digging into a story that's 5,000 years old to see how a single mistake, just one bad decision, can lead to absolute disaster. And we're going right back to the very beginning, to that first fatal error. You know, it all kicks off with a young prince who puts his trust in exactly the wrong person. And this one choice, man, it just echoes through thousands of years of his life. It's a mistake that he will pay for over and over and over again.
All right, so let's meet our main characters. First, we've got the prince, Evan, who's pretty naive. Then there are his parents, the king and queen, who are much more cautious. And finally, the charismatic, really ambitious advisor, Diesel.
So, picture this. Away from everybody else, Advisor Diesel corners Prince Evan in a quiet hallway. He's got this offer that sounds way too good to be true, and he wraps it up in all this noble language about progress and justice.
So how exactly does a master manipulator build the perfect trap? Let's actually break down Diesel's pitch, because it is a masterclass in deception. It's totally designed to sidestep all logic and go straight for your emotions.
What's so clever here is how the pitch begins. Diesel starts with these big, fuzzy ideas that sound amazing. I mean, who's going to argue with more fairness or more opportunity, right? It's a classic way to get you nodding along before he even gets to the real proposal. And then, Diesel pulls out this metaphor, and it's pretty sinister when you think about it. He paints this picture of a perfect, orderly garden where everyone is equal. But listen to the words he uses, trimmed back down. He's basically framing total control as just simple garden maintenance. A tactic we still see all the time, right? Selling complex ideas with simple, pretty slogans.
Now, to Prince Evan's credit, he immediately picks up on the flaw in this beautiful vision. He asks the million-dollar question, the one that just slices right through the metaphor and gets to the dark side of this so-called equality.
And there it is. With that one smooth answer, Diesel reveals the whole hypocritical game. See, equality is for everybody else. The people in power? Oh no, they get to stand above it all, holding the shears.
But here's the thing, that whole logical argument, that's not even the real trap. Diesel knows that the best manipulation doesn't target your brain, it targets your heart. It goes for your deepest, most vulnerable desires.
And this slide just lays it out perfectly. It's a brilliant two-pronged attack. On the left, you've got the political excuse, the cover story. But the real weapon, the thing that's actually going to work, is on the right. A deeply personal promise that's almost impossible to resist.
And boom, with that one line, the hook is set. For Prince Evan, the one thing he wants more than anything, more than power, more than the crown, is just time alone with his parents. And Diesel knows it. This isn't about politics anymore. It's about making a lifelong fantasy come true. So then Diesel just masterfully reframes the whole deception. He gives Evan all the excuses he needs to feel good about this, to ignore that twisting feeling in his stomach. It's not a lie, it's a surprise. You're not being manipulative, you're giving the kingdom a gift. You're a hero. Okay, so Evan is completely hooked by this fantasy. But his parents, they see the danger right away. Their gut instinct is just screaming that something is very, very wrong here.
And this is the crucial difference. The king and queen's instincts are this massive red flag. They can't quite explain what's wrong, but they can feel it. They sense the trap that Evan, who's just completely blinded by what he wants, can't see at all.
This right here is such a key moment. The fight is no longer about logic. It's pure intuition versus raw, overwhelming emotion. Evan just relentlessly pressures them. He follows them, he corners them, he begs until their own better judgment just cracks under the weight of his wanting.
And just like that, their resistance is broken. Now, Diesel's plan kicks into high gear, and man, it moves fast.
Look at how quickly this all falls apart. The moment Evan gets that yes from his father, the dominoes just fall, one right after the other. From him begging on his knees to his family disappearing into the night, it all happens in the span of just a few hours.
And with that one simple, chilling image, the betrayal is done. All the careful words, the emotional manipulation, the relentless pressure. It was all leading to this single moment. The trap is sprung. The kingdom is his.
So, what are we supposed to take away from this ancient tragedy? Well, it's all about learning to tell the difference between a manipulator's perfect sales pitch, the one that promises you your deepest fantasy, and that quiet little warning bell in your gut. Trusting that intuition. That's a timeless, absolutely critical skill for survival.